Man, we are motherfucking live with the Rick T Podcast, episode 21. I'm your host, Eric, with your host, Tony Cave and Jello Rex Road. How you boys doing?
We're
Good.
good.
I'm good, man. Chilling. Man, episode 21, we're going to get right up into it, starting with the stuff that just happened today, or yesterday, I suppose, because today's the second. Yep. We're going to talk about the college football playoffs, man. What up, little J6? He said, hey, welcome to the show, brother. Appreciate you for tuning into the show. For everyone who doesn't know, the college football playoffs, the Final Four just was played yesterday. It was Notre Dame versus Alabama, Clemson versus Ohio State.
Yep.
Ohio State came out on top over Clemson, 49-28, which was a shocker to everybody. They were ranked a little bit below Clemson. I definitely thought they were the worst team than Clemson, but play shows different. And then Notre Dame, ranked 4, lost to Alabama, ranked 1, 14-31. Man, it was intense. So we'll go ahead and start with you, Jello. Did you watch the games at all?
I mean, I got a little bit. College football is just not really my thing, at least following it overall. So,
okay. Ohio, little J6 said.
Jay did call that shit.
He did call it. No one believed him. I definitely didn't believe his ass. I definitely thought Clemson was going to come out here and smack the hell out of Ohio State, but it didn't happen. Tony, I know you watched the games, man. How did you feel about them?
Well, Bama spanked Notre Dame.
Spanked them.
The Ohio State game would have been way better if Clemson could have ran the ball. They couldn't run the ball worth shit.
Yeah, 18 didn't do anything. They could barely throw the ball, bro. Trevor
Lawrence had 400 yards.
He was getting fucked up the whole time, bro. I don't know. It was a good game. I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't a good game, though. Looking at stats, Justin Fields went 22 for 28 for 385 yards, 6 touchdowns and 1 interception. He did get hit really, really fucking hard in the ribs. Ended up ejecting the dude who hit him. I think it was a ridiculous bullshit ejection. That was the worst ejection I probably have ever seen in my whole life. But, I mean, it is what it is. He still went 22 for 28 for 385, which is ridiculous. And then if we're going to look on the Clemson side, Trevor Lawrence went 33 for 48 for 400 yards, like Tony said, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. The touchdown differential on the quarterbacks told the whole story, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
It told the whole story for sure. Jalen said that was targeting. Bro, how the hell? Now you're going to give me hyphy early. How was it targeting? He hit him in the ribs in the middle of a play. Like, it wasn't like he was like headhunting. I'm going to hit him so damn hard in the ribs and break his shit. He literally just hit him. Hit him. Justin Fields could have slid.
Justin Fields had the ball. He's a legal ball carrier. He's
exactly,
a person.
Bro.
They called that because he's a quarterback.
He came with his head down. You know how many fucking hits players come with their head down nonchalantly? Like, you don't even think about it. That's just how you go in for the hit. I get everyone wants to sit here and say, and this is from a fucking football player, I've sprained my neck twice playing football with my head down. I get it. I get the shit. But there's no way that sitting here with your whole body down and your head up and taking someone running like 20 miles an hour at you straight into your neck coming back with your head up is healthy. I'm telling you, and I've sprained my shit twice, and I would still put my motherfucking head down and hit somebody. It's just a more natural fucking way to hit. I get it's not like necessarily right, but dude, that shit is crazy. You said his head was down. That was obvious targeting, and you're obviously high as hell. His head was not up. No one said his head was up, but that was not targeting. I bet if you asked him right now, hey man, your head was down, do you think it was targeting? He'll probably literally say, I know my head was down. I didn't mean to put it down. It's just how it went. But fuck no, it wasn't targeting. That's so bad, bro. Tony, I know you agree with my ass on that.
Yeah, I don't want. It's too early to start arguing.
It really fucking is, bro. That shit had me heated as fuck. But that literally has nothing to do with how Justin Fields played. If anything, it makes him look better because he played through a serious injury. Like, that shit looked bad. I definitely was like, yeah, he's going to sit the second half, and he is not playing next week if they win. That's what I thought personally. But, man, it was some good games. Now it's Alabama versus Ohio State. I believe that happens on January 9th. 11th? Okay. January 11th. Even better. next things first. We're gonna kind of get into this a little bit early because we talked about the NFL games on Wednesday, like we are normally starting to do. We're gonna get into discount smoke, but with a little bit of a twist. Since we don't necessarily have Thursday games or Saturday games to base these discounted smokes off of, we're gonna do kind of a future tense discounted smoke for tomorrow's games because there's so many games tomorrow that means so many people.
So, actually, I should have texted you about this. I didn't get a chance to really go at anybody last week, so I'm going off of last week's games instead.
Okay, that works too.
So-
I was gonna say either that or future reference. Yeah, last week works too. All right, so discounted smoke from my boy Tony, bro. Discounted smoke is a portion of the Rick T podcast presented and answered by your co-host Tony Cave, where he's given no free smoke, but maybe a little bit of discounted smoke for 3 NFL, NCAA, or NBA players who he thinks are a bust or catch in week whatever it is. So this week is week 17, and he's gonna go last week 16. So Tony, who do you have for some discounted smoke, man?
All right. Well, first of all, I want to apologize for switching it up on you.
No, you're good, man. My bad. I didn't ask either. I kind of was just thinking about it just now.
No worries. Okay, so my first one's gonna be Ryan Tannehill. The motherfucker threw 121 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. He's better than that. He's way better than that. I mean, I get Green Bay's defense played outstanding, but I mean, come on. That one's not the bad one. These next two are the ones that I'm actually like confused about.
Like you're really pissed off about him.
Yeah. Cam Newton had 34 yards passing. He needs to retire.
Again.
He needs to retire.
Just wait. Honestly, in the game that we're playing later, that's one of your specific questions, Tony. So just wait. Don't get too into Cam Newton. But we all know he is fucking playing horrible. Horrible.
Wow. All right. By the way, if you you need to email me that.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then my next one is Jared Goff had no TDs against the worst pass defense in the league. The Seahawks, obviously, right? So that goes to show that Jared Goff is not the high caliber quarterback that we thought he was a few years ago. When the year that Todd Gurley was going off, everybody was talking about how he's a great quarterback. No one sees any flaws in the way he plays. But now you have one. You can't score a touchdown versus the worst pass defense in the entire league. So that's almost as irritating as the 34 yards, but fucking that 34 yards takes the cake.
Oh yeah, easily. Dude.
But yeah, and then honestly, while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and throw in my future dated ones. Obviously Cam Newton. Obviously Cam Newton for this coming week. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm going to also say Daniel Jones. I think he's a bust this week.
Let's go!
I think he's a bust this week.
Go!
I'm not going to lie.
Let's go! Hold on. So Jalen said RIP AK-41. That's where I'm gonna get a little. Can I jump on discounted smoke for one little person?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alvin Kamara and the whole fucking running back group. Jalen's gonna get mad at me for saying this, but how the fuck Alvin Kamara catch COVID and then your whole running back group catches COVID the week before playoffs, dog? What the fuck y'all doing wrong? Like they are in the situation that Denver was in with no quarterbacks. Like one quarterback caught it, so the rest of them couldn't play because they were around them. So like. Alvin Kamara has it, so Murray can't play. None of the running backs can play. So they're about to play Taysom Hill and like one of the practice squad receivers at running back. Bro, I get it doesn't matter, but bro, what I've seen players go 2 weeks into COVID. I've seen players be without 2 games because of one COVID case.
And we haven't seen someone come back and play at the level that they were before COVID.
Yeah, look at
That's still a mystery.
Myles Garrett.
Still a mystery.
Jalen said, "You're not wrong." I appreciate that, bro, because I was like, this nigga, what are they doing wrong? Like, what are you doing right the whole season, and then you fuck up week 17 on?
So to contrast you on the not being better after COVID, Myles Garrett is a perfect example. missed 2 weeks and came out better than he did at the start of the year. I think that's
he was already having a great year.
But then you can contradict it and go Cam Newton. He was having an outstanding beginning of the season, got COVID, and he has not been the same since.
At all. And those are two way different breeds of people.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree on that, bro. Tony, by the way, that is in your email. I just sent it to you, bro.
Yeah, I found it. Thank you.
But that was intense. That's my boy Tony's Discounted Smoke, bro. We'll go ahead and play this for you right now. Hey. And those are actually some good ass takes. I like those a lot. AK Academics just went live on Twitch, man. This nigga about to have like 500,000 views, and we're sitting here at like 7.
But those 7 mean more than those 50,000 for him.
That's some real shit. You ain't lying, bro. Now we're gonna get into my boy Jello shit. A little bit of Jello shots, bro.
What's that on that beat? Oh.
No, I'm just playing. I had to rock it out for my boy Jello. Jello shot is a 3-part system towards a player, team, game, or etc. Shot 1 is his mystery take. It's a take that Jello isn't very confident in, but that could really happen this week. Shot 2 is his bold take, a shot that Jello is going to make that he's 100% confident in. And shot 3 is his regret take. Jello's biggest, boldest take of the week that could come back and bite him in his ass. So Jello, who do you got, bro?
All right, so Jello shot number 1, Cardinals lose and take themselves out of the playoffs this week. I see it happening. They haven't been able to pull it out in these clutch moments, and I don't think they're going to do it now. There's more pressure now than there's ever been at this point. So definitely got to go Cardinals losing. And for shot number 2, I'm going on the adverse effect. I'm going Bears beat the Packers and move on
because of me dancing.
The playoffs.
Jello, just to clarify on that for anybody that doesn't know, the Cardinals play a division rival in the Rams this week.
Yep,
and it means a lot to both of them.
Exactly. Well, and so this is the thing. So this is the big thing between the Cardinals and the Bears. The Cardinals lose, Bears are still in the playoffs. Cardinals win, Bears are still in at that point. So it's a big thing where if they lose, no matter what, the Bears are in at that point. So we need they need the Cardinals to lose for them to be in before their game even starts at that point. So that's what I'm saying. But I'm still thinking Bears come out and beat the Packers. Once again, it's one of those teams. They got the fight. Packers already in. Bears are fighting to get in. This has worked out very well so far this year. So Bears going to come out fighting. That defense going to come out hitting with Trevathan and Mack. They're going to do what they need to do. And for my last Jello shot, I'm going real bold with this one, but I'm keeping it going. Bengals beat the mother effing Ravens this week. Everybody say that Rushko beat them. I've been arguing with people all week. But, I mean, look how many games have happened that we didn't expect. So, yeah, straight up, Lil J, you know what's up. Bears and Bills, you can laugh all you want. Put all those clown faces. Nobody gives a fuck. Just wait. Bengals beat the Ravens this week. That can happen. So,
no,
Saints
sir.
Like I said, look at it. Saints are falling out with each other already. Running backs got COVID. Next week, it could be everybody's out. So, we'll see. But Bengals beat the Ravens this week. I have no doubt in my mind that that's going to happen. So, it might bite me later, but I mean, I see this one happening. Once again, one team's fighting just to win. They know they're out, but look at these teams that didn't need to win anyway and are winning. So they want it more than the Ravens, I think, at this point. So that's how we do it. Lil J can talk shit all he wants. We'll just see.
I could see it for sure, bro. That was my boy Jello shots. Jalen said you would clown thinking that. Hey, any given Sunday, anything could happen at this point, man. So, man, get the fuck out of here. Hey, it is what it is, bro.
He's doing something like Buck did, just middle of practice, doing like, fuck it, I'm done.
I can see it. But we're going to get into our next shit. Scratching the surface, boys. Let's get right into it, man. First one. It's called Rodgers for MVP. That's what we're calling it. Rodgers aims to secure his third MVP award as Green Bay Packers look to lock up the number 1 seed this weekend. So the question to you, gentlemen, we'll start with you, Tony. What would winning his third MVP do for Rodgers' legacy?
So Rodgers came out and said that he's probably in the discussion for greatest of all time. Honestly, I don't think a third MVP helps him. He's not anywhere near the greatest of all time. He's a fantastic quarterback, probably a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Definitely a Hall of Famer. But I don't think it's going to help his status. I really don't. I mean, it helps his legacy, but it doesn't help his cause unless he wins about 2 or 3 more.
I was saying, or a couple more Super Bowls or something. Like, he needs a little bit of something more.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Jalen said, told y'all it's Rodgers for MVP. Hey, he's cold, but we'll see, man. Jello, coming to you on this one. Rodgers aims to secure his third MVP award as Green Bay Packers lock up the number 1 seed this weekend. So the question to you is, what would winning his third MVP do for Rodgers' legacy?
So overall, if I'm not mistaken, no one's ever won MVP 3 times. I could be wrong, but I could have sworn I saw something pop up about that. So, but when you're looking at legacy, it's another MVP. It's another reason why he deserves this or he deserves that at that point. It just shows how good of a quarterback he is, where at his age, at 37, if I'm not mistaken at this point, he's still able to be the most valuable player. Especially
Peyton
with 5?
has 5.
Who?
Peyton Manning.
Oh shit, okay. And I was wrong there. But I mean, it's still an MVP. Like, it's nothing that's going to hurt him, so it's going to help him build that legacy at that point. Where at this age, you're still able to compete, especially with quarterbacks like Mahomes, Lamar winning it last year, stuff like that. Where you got 22, 23, 24-year-old guys out there, and at 37, you're still the MVP. Where it comes down to age isn't really a number at that point. It's how you play, your IQ on the field, how you make your position players better at that point. So, I mean, it's huge for him. This is the thing. Super Bowl aside at this point, he's already won one. At that point, he's done a lot more than most quarterbacks do. So this is just adding on to showing how good he is and how, in the end of things, he could be brought up in that GOAT conversation.
I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. Those are great takes on you, both of you boys. Let me take it real quick. Rodgers aims to secure his third MVP award as Green Bay looks to lock up the number 1 seed this weekend. What would winning his third MVP do for Aaron Rodgers' legacy? My answer is a little deep on this because I kind of look at Aaron Rodgers, like Tony said, not as the greatest, but he's easily one of the greatest that I've seen in my life. So it's kind of inspirational for him to get his third MVP award. But like you said, he needs to do a little bit something more in this day and age to kind of impress the people because 3 MVPs is impressive. Don't get anyone wrong. 3 MVPs in the NFL looking like Rodgers, bro.
1 is.
Yeah, I'm saying 1 MVP is impressive, but especially when you're looking like Rodgers playing in Green Bay, like there was a lot against him. His back was against the wall in a lot of situations, and he came out of it. So it's very impressive. But in today's age, I think Pat Mahomes got 3 MVPs locked up. I think Lamar's going to get 3 MVPs locked up. I think the way the NFL will move, that's what will happen with these superstars.
Podcast. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I want to put in the fact that Rodgers was pretty upset that the Packers brought in a backup quarterback for him. Someone who actually has some talent. They had a conversation with Rodgers, and Rodgers had to go on. I heard this story from an announcer during the game. Okay, Rodgers apparently went and basically isolated himself for like a week or something crazy like that, and found some like inner peace, and came back, and the dude's just balling this year. So I thought that was pretty cool to add to that story about how his back was against the wall, wasn't really playing to his caliber and stuff like that. So all it took was a little bit of a competition to light a fire in his ass.
Yeah, I agree with that. Nuclear Waffle 101. Shout out Nuclear Waffle. He says he needs to get the championship this year. He really wants to solidify his legacy, in my opinion. Personally, I agree he needs to win a Super Bowl. I agree he needs to win some more things. Like I said, he needs to add on to his resume, but I don't think that'll solidify. I think he's already solidified a gold jacket on himself. I think he's already solidified that. First ballot Hall of Famer, easy already. You know what I mean? And that's without winning his third MVP. So I think winning that MVP will actually add on to his resume, but I don't think there's really anything to really solidify anything more. I think that's what players play for, is to get that gold jacket, win Super Bowls, win MVPs. He's got all three. You know what I mean? So in my opinion, I don't know. I think it's going to just add to his resume, but he's kind of like where I feel like that ceiling's at for him. I don't think I think he can go higher, but I think that ceiling will just keep rising with him. I don't think he's ever going to bust through that ceiling again. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, like Pat Mahomes, I think he'll bust through that roof up. I think he'll do it probably 2 or 3 more times in his career. You know what I mean? He's crazy, but I don't know. That's just me. Jalen said at Nuclear Waffle won't happen. The chip will come to the Big Easy.
No shit. It will not.
It's going to be a hell of a run. It's going to be a hell of a run. That's all I got to say about that. Nuclear Waffle said he already Hall of Fame quarterback, though. I agree. No question about it. And then he said, Jalen, we shall see, my friend. It's going to be deep, and it's getting deep in the chat too, bro. We'll go on ahead on to the next one. Jello, we'll start with you on this one. We'll call this one Sit Patty Down. Pat Mahomes to sit out of Kansas City's regular season finale with the bye week looming. So the question to you is, do you think that Josh Allen and the Bills could potentially upset the rusty Chiefs or in the AFC playoffs if they sit their starters? So do you think if they sit this week and then get the bye and sit next week and then eventually run into a team like Buffalo, who's been hot for the whole year and continues to be hot, do you think that sitting them that long could potentially hurt them?
Not at all. So when you think about it, it's not like they're just sitting at home eating chips all day. They're going to be at practice. They're going to be working new plays. They're going to be watching a whole lot of tape on defenses, how they run their scheme, when they blitz, when they drop back, on how their offenses run at that point. So I think it's smarter. Why risk it? I mean, look at Zion at Duke is a perfect example of someone getting further in there where if they didn't play, they wouldn't have got hurt at that point with the shoe exploding. It's a simple fact like that. Why risk Patrick Mahomes? Why risk Hill? Why risk Kelsey at that point? Because you played this last game, all of a sudden someone gets hit, you're out for the playoffs, and now you're down one of your star players, and that could lose you at all. So, I mean, I think it's smart. That's why so many teams do it. I mean, if it wasn't smart, multiple teams wouldn't be doing it at that point. So, I mean, it's one of those things. The win and loss column doesn't matter for them at this point. They're secured. So, I mean, rest your players, let them do what they do. I mean, they're still going to be at practice balling it out, and I don't think it's going to affect them whatsoever. I think it could be better for them in the end of things, more refreshed by the playoffs at that point.
I like it. Tony, swinging this one over to you. Pat Mahomes to sit out of Kansas City's regular season finale with his bye week looming. Do you think that Josh Allen and the Bills could potentially upset a rusty Chiefs in the AFC playoffs by sitting their starters?
I agree with Jello completely 100%. I believe we had this conversation briefly in a different question last week. And I stand by it. I think it's a good idea.
Okay. So I just read the question. I'm not going to reread it. My opinion on this is I partially agree with you guys. I'm not going to say I disagree with you guys because especially with a team like the Chiefs, like you said, Joe, they're not going to be sitting down eating chips. They're going to be in the gym. They're going to be studying film. They're only going to be better in themselves. But as an ex-football player, that does come into a factor. Where you are sitting down and you don't get that game time speed always in there at the right time. You know what I mean? And after playing 16, 17 weeks, I don't necessarily think it's going to affect them by sitting 2 weeks. I think that game speed will still be there just because they've played for 17 weeks and they're NFL players. I don't necessarily see why they would be rusty. But I don't know. We've seen teams come out of a bye week and be rusty as hell and look rusty as hell. But I don't know. This Kansas City team's built different for sure. I don't necessarily think they're going to be rusty either. So I'll go ahead and partially agree with you guys. But I think it'll be interesting to see if that comes into play. If that happens, you know what I mean? If they sit them this week and then sit them next week and then they run into the Bills, I'm gonna be watching that game close as shit. Like, are they tired? What's going on? Is that chemistry there? Like, because we're talking about it right now. You know what I mean? But we'll go ahead and go on in the chat real quick. Edub 8485 said, "Why not the Saints? Who else could beat the Packers? The Bills, but that'd be in the Super Bowl. That'd be in the Super Bowl." Nuclear Waffle said, "Shit, the Cowboys. Shit, stop drinking." Oh hell no!
Heated in chat this week.
Yeah, dead ass. Jay said, Nuclear Waffles sent you a Cowboys fan. And he said a man can dream. Hey, yeah, chat's getting fucking intense. But like I said, I agree with you guys on that. But we'll go ahead and go to the next one. I'm excited for this one. I like talking about this guy, Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield on Cleveland Browns regular season finale. He said, "These are the moments you asked for." And I quote, he said that shit. So my question to you, Tony, and we talked about this a little last week, and we disagreed on it hard. So we'll see on this. Do you trust Baker to get the Browns in the playoffs against the Benless Steelers this week? Do you trust him?
Absolutely. Absolutely. What do they got? Rudolph?
Yep.
Roethlisberger couldn't even lead that offense to being a top 5 offense. Rudolph is just going to make them 10 times worse. And honestly, Baker's out to prove something. No ifs, ands, or buts. He's coming for a win here. They got to make a run for playoffs. I know they have to win this game. He knows they have to win this game. Everybody knows they have to win this game. So give me Baker money.
Jalen said, I would trust him. Jello, swinging it over to you, man. Baker Mayfield on the Cleveland Browns regular season finale, he said, and I quote, "These are the moments you ask for." So my question to you is, do you trust Baker to get the Browns into the playoffs this week against the Benless Steelers?
Absolutely. I mean, as simple as this. The underdog is playing for the dog pound in the Browns fan base at that point. They're doing stuff we haven't seen for over a decade out of the Browns. Yeah, you had that bad week where you're missing every starting receiver outside of Austin Hooper at that point. But once again, it's 2020. Any given Sunday, people have fluke games. Shit, the Jets won 2 games in a row. So, I mean, that's just how it is at this point. Teams are losing, teams are winning. I think no way Mason Rudolph's going to be crying off that field by halftime at that point. So there's no doubt about it. I mean, how are the Browns starters going to lose to the Steelers bench at that point? I mean, look how their defense played overall these last few games, missing all their starters on defense with injuries. You see those backup guys already in there. Now those backup guys are their starters, so now you got a third string in there if they do play them. So, I mean, everybody's hating. I mean, you could say that they can't be the Jets and the Jets suck, but I mean, look at the Steelers though. Steelers lost to the Bengals and the Redskins at that point, so it goes either way. So Browns about to just destroy this game. I mean, just look at it. Nick Chubb's going to run all over them. The passing game is going to be on point. Baker's playing like he's never has before, so Browns going to kill it. Browns going to go into the playoffs and do what they do. So I mean, which is now winning instead of losing. So. But well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. That's what this whole thing is. We can say whatever we want. We can talk our shit, but it's 2020. Well, not 2021. So who knows? This could be the bright light for him. So
I get it 100%. Baker Mayfield, Cleveland on this Cleveland Browns regular season finale. These are the moments you ask for, he said, and quote. Do I trust Baker Mayfield to get the Browns in the playoffs against the Benless Steelers? I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, and you guys already know what I'm about to say. I don't like Baker. I don't like him. And I guess you guys can debate this. Everyone can debate this. I don't like how much swagger he thinks he has off of a loss or a 3-point win. I just don't like it. I think you need to worry about getting yourself better. Hold on, let me finish. Let me get this off my chest. I love his moxie when he's winning. When he's a winner, he's a winner. He's all in. I love it. But I do not like a 3-point win or a 7-point loss to the Jets and you're talking shit. I woke. Remember last year when he was like, I woke up feeling dangerous. The next game he threw like 3 picks.
Dangerous. He was right.
Yeah, dangerous like in a bad way. This motherfucker's like, these are the moments you dream of. This is a nightmare, nigga, not a dream. This is a nightmare for you. You lost to the Jets, and now you got to play against. I don't personally believe in this, but if you're looking at records and shit, the best team, one of the best teams in the NFC or AFC. So it's just these aren't the moments you dream of, bro. You dream of getting into the playoffs and sitting your ass down week 17. That's at least what I would be dreaming of. But I'll let you guys go ahead and take on this one.
I just have a counter question for you, honestly. This is like the perfect evolution of beards.
Right? That's what I'm saying, bro.
Oh, shit.
Polar Knights. Who said that, bro? I'm really loving them. I'm feeling them already.
Polar Knights, you're added to my hate.
I'm fucking with you, Polar Knights. Shout out to my boy Polar Knights. That was probably one of the best comments we've got in 21 episodes. Yep. I know you see this lusciousness. Jello, I'm putting you on the big screen. Show him your lusciousness.
Yep, always.
Yes, sir.
It's been pulling it out, but it's
there. Same, bro.
It's
same. Complete. Hey, Tony, your turn.
Bro,
my nigga, bro. Come on, now.
A real question for you. Put me back to the regular size. I don't like this. I'm on Spotlight.
There you go.
All right. So, why do you love Drew Lock so much? And the only reason you say that is because of swagger. But when it comes down to Baker Mayfield, you have a problem with it.
Personally, you want to know the real reason?
Yeah.
Drew Lock's not a talker. Drew Lock's an actor. Like, he just does it. He's on the field. He could be down, but he just does it. Like, I like his swagger when he's, like, already down. He does his shit. But Baker Mayfield will literally lose fucking the cool slide. Like, that was cold. I didn't say nothing about that. I said that was cold. They won by, like, 14, 21, whatever it was. Kudos to you. But when you fucking lose to the Jets when you could have clinched it, the Jets. We're talking about the Jets. And I get they're playing Benless Steelers. It's easier. You'll probably win, but I just don't like it. But my thing is don't talk. Just do. That's why I like Drew Lock. And that's the real reason why I like Drew Lock, and he's different from Baker Mayfield, is they have a lot of the same swagger, but Baker's a talker. Baker loves the media, bro. We're about to get into this chat real quick, bro. This is about to get intense. He's okay, so I'm gonna go down the list. Sweet Jesus, this is like the perfect evolution of beards. Jay said, what? And then Nuclear Waffle said, oh fuck no, y'all need to save that shit. And then Jalen said, y'all ugly motherfuckers. Polar Knight said, I love to get a beard one day, but I can't. Hey man, just keep dreaming, bro. Just keep dreaming.
Nah, don't keep dreaming. It just makes it more.
My dad had put a bunch of laughing faces, and then he said, girlfriend told me if I get a beard, she'd grow a 70-inch bush after a googly
bush.
That's oh my god. And after so it can be unseen by Babyface, it is for me. Jesus.
Lexic, bro.
That was like reading the Bible. Jalen said lock his fucking ass. Polar Knight said, can't risk it. That was nasty. Okay. And then he said, this man drew and lock a playoff spot. What? Oh, can't lock a playoff spot. There we go. Chat was fucking tough there for a second. Sorry about that, boys. I don't know. Do you guys got anything else to say about Baker?
Read the fucking chat.
What'd you say?
So we're gonna have to hire somebody to chat for you.
Right.
You need to just start reading chat again. That was your job. What happened? That was not my job. I feel like I just took on the role the last couple weeks, and I don't like it.
It's above my pay grade.
Okay, well, I can't really like upgrade you, but come on, man, help a brother out. Shit, I don't like reading this chat. But we'll go ahead and go on to the next one. This one is actually an interesting topic to talk about. Super Bowl or bust? Jello, we'll start with you on this one. Bruce Arians, the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, said it's Super Bowl or bust for Tampa Bay this postseason. So my question to you is, will Tom Brady be able to handle all the pressure out of Tampa and Bruce Arians? What do you think?
I mean, not this year. I mean, not at all. Look at the games where it's counted. I get they had that win over the Packers at that point, but when the pressure is mounting, he has failed this year. When it comes to getting hit, he can't move out of the pocket. The intentional groundings, the interceptions at that point. So I'm not taking anything away from him once again from his career, but this year, look at the weapons he has, but he's not able to deal with those wideouts going 40, 50 yards down the field. He's making all the mistakes he said young quarterbacks shouldn't be making. So, I mean, I don't think he has what it takes, especially against the teams. If he's going to play the Saints already beat him twice. I don't see them beating the Packers again at that point. I get their defense is good, but the offense is struggling just enough to where it could make them lose at that point. So the teams they're going up against, even playing someone like the Bears, for example, all it takes is that defense to just put pressure on Brady. That's all you need. Two guys putting pressure on Brady all game, and he's making mistakes like he's done all year. I get they're 10-5, but They were supposed to be one of those teams, one of those 1-2 loss teams this year. So if he can't make those deep throws to Godwin and Evans, I don't see how this is going to work. I mean, especially in the playoffs like this, you're not going to get those yards after the catch like they think they are. So, I mean, we'll see.
You know, honestly, and this is no hate towards you, Jello, but your opinion on Tom Brady means nothing to me just because I know you're a Tom Brady absolute hater. I know you hate Tom Brady's guts, so I can't even listen to anything you say about Tom because it'll never be good. It'll never be good.
There's reason behind it, so I'm not hating on his career. I'm not saying his 6 Super Bowls aren't amazing at that point, but what I'm getting at is just the way he acts. So this is like your swagger thing. This is my thing with Tom. The way he talks about other people, the way he talks about other players, the way he pushes himself forward. When he makes mistakes, it's somebody else's fault. And if somebody tries to do the same to him, it's game over. So Lil J's still talking that shit, I see, but that's just what I'm getting at. At his age, he's talking a lot of shit to be 43 and making mistakes. He keeps saying, yeah, I have 6 Super Bowls, but are you going to get another one? That's the big question. So if you're going to say swagger for other guys, that's my thing with Tom, is just the way he acts towards other people.
I feel like Tom has off the field swagger. His wife is a model. He's doing whatever the fuck he wants. I mean, actually, I don't know shit about Tom Brady. I feel like no one knows shit about Tom Brady outside of football. Let's be real.
Sexy ass wife.
Jalen or DeLon said, "What are y'all talking about? He's proven himself this year and says it, or in the stats say it." Honestly, wait until I get to it. I'm gonna say the same damn thing.
Let me go next because
Tony, this is on you, brother. Because like I said, Jello's just a Tom Brady hater, so it's hard to talk to him about Tom Brady. But Tony's a little on both sides, and I love Tom Brady, so it goes both ways. Coming to you, Tony. Bruce Arians, the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, says it's Super Bowl or bust for Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this postseason. So my question to you is, will Tom Brady be able to handle the pressure out of Tampa and Bruce Arians this year?
So, Jay, you're going to love me for this. And my answer is short and sweet. Are you ready for this? No. Absolutely the fuck not. 38-3 against the Saints. No. He's the GOAT. Yes, I'll agree. Tom Brady is the GOAT. But fuck no, they're not going to be contenders, and that's why.
Was that the second game or the first game?
That was the second game. The first game they won by 10.
Holy God. That's tough. You might be right on that.
To get back on that reasoning real quick, just because I know you said as a Tom Brady hater at that point, I'm saying look at the teams he's going up against and the situations he's been in. Saints, Packers is your 2 biggest ones to get through at that point. Will it happen again? Would he be able to pull it off? Who knows? I just don't think so. So talk your shit, my man.
All right, brother. So Bruce Arians, the coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, says it's Super Bowl or bust for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this postseason. Will Tom Brady be able to handle the pressure of Tampa and Bruce Arians? So my thing is, yeah, I think he will be able to. And like DeLon said, he's gonna fuck the Saints up. Like he literally just said that. I completely agree. My logic behind that is every single year that the Dallas Cowboys have beat the Eagles or the Giants twice in 1 year, and we see them anywhere close to playoffs or in playoffs, they end up fucking beating the dog shit out of us. Like, you do not want to play a team 3 times in a season, especially when you beat them twice. And yeah, you beat them, so you have bragging rights. You beat them twice. But, bro, you do not want to give them a third chance to come in there and take your shit, especially in playoffs and especially when it's Tom Brady. Like I said last week, you guys keep counting Tom Brady out. I don't see it. And, yes, he may lose. It's Tom Brady. He's lost before in playoffs. But you can't count him out. You can't ever be like, Tom Brady, no. Right. Postseason Tom Brady, no. Like, right. No. What?
It's trending to be a bigger ass whooping every time they play.
Well, if it's that way in playoffs, I'll come on here and I swear to God, I'll apologize to everybody and I will never hype Tom Brady up again. I promise you that. But I just don't see how you guys can count him out.
You can't even count Tom Brady out, though.
You can't ever count Tom Brady out. That's what I said. Tripping. That's what I just said. He has something to prove. Wait on it. I don't necessarily think he has something to prove. I think he wants to prove something. I don't think he has anything to prove. I think he truly wants to do it. Tampa Bay could be the first team in NFL history to play the Super Bowl at their home stadium. This is the year for it.
They're not going to beat the Saints, and they're not going to beat the Packers. Either way they see it.
They won't meet the Saints until the championship is the thing. So you'll have 3 games under your belt before you even see the Saints.
Man.
Yeah, you. Yeah, okay, you a donkey fan.
He always bring that up. Like he don't think our team. We already know our team shit. We ain't talking about that. Always doing it.
Somebody else in chat.
We're gonna fuck them up.
Go on.
Exactly, Eric. But chat's active right now, but they're agreeing with all of us. Tony agrees, or Jalen agrees with Tony and Jello. I got DeLon and Aiden agreeing with me on this. It's just different views on different players, bro. And it will come down necessarily to see, because I don't think they're playing Tom Brady this week. They already clinched, but they clinched wild card. So if Dallas, they'll play whoever wins the NFC East.
Well, that's a win, but
it'll be interesting. We'll go on to the next one, man. That was actually a good one. I like talking about that one. COVID strikes again, man. Dolphins are in a win and in scenario against Buffalo this weekend with Ryan Fitzpatrick, the backup, out with COVID-19. And you guys know just as well, they put Ryan Fitzpatrick in all the time to save their ass. So the question we'll start with you, Tony, on this one. Do you think Tua is built to be in this kind of situation, and can he do it without Ryan Fitzpatrick in the backup spot?
I mean,
winning in against Buffalo.
So, honestly, no, I don't. But I would love to see him prove me wrong. I like Tua. I really do. So I hope he proves me wrong. But right now, I just haven't seen it out of him.
I get it. So you think because it's winning in. They've win. They're in playoffs. You don't think they can do it, huh?
No, I don't think so, but I would love, like I said, I would love for them to prove me wrong.
He said, shut the hell up, Eric. Whoa, I didn't say nothing. I'm reading the questions here, motherfucker. Watch your mouth in the chat, all right? Before I jump in there and start fucking you up. Nightbot, get on his ass, for real. Jalen said, RIP to the Saints running back core. Yeah, COVID strikes again to everybody. Jello, coming to you on this one, though, man. Dolphins are in a win and in scenario against Buffalo this weekend with Ryan Fitzpatrick out with COVID. And you know just as well as I do, they always put Ryan Fitzpatrick in to save their ass. So the question to you is, do you think Tua is built to be in this kind of situation, the win and in situation? And can he do it without Ryan Fitzpatrick in the backup spot?
I mean, the tough thing is without Fitzpatrick, don't.
Look, he's like,
bro, chat, screenshot that shit.
Chat, screenshot this shit.
Well, I guess the whole thing
I'm gonna look
in there is that's college. This the pros at that point. So.
Jello speaking truth.
On the podcast with every time.
Jello, leave the chat and come back, and I'll ask you the same question because no one heard anything you said.
I hate this. No, this is just like fuck. My connection's dropping. He dropped it 3 times. So
I feel it.
So.
I told you, man. That Xfinity man, he's late, but he's coming. He's coming. I swear to God.
You go to the T-Mobile.
This blows.
Fucking SIM card.
So Jello, gonna ask. You already know the question. Answer it one more time for me, man.
So what I'm getting at is they don't have that 2 quarterback system like they're used to having this year, and Tua's come into games and won games for him like at Alabama, but this isn't college. This is the pros. So I mean, this is a huge thing, and this is against a very good Bills defense. I know Jay hating on Matt Milano. I hope you looked him up and checked where he's at. Like, man's a beast. You're coming off Micah Hyde and Tre'Davious White and Jordan Poyer, stuff like that. So I don't think Tua has what it takes, and that's just him being young at that point. Look at all these young quarterbacks outside of Mahomes at that point who've been able to crush these situations. Lamar's had struggles. Drew Lock has had a lot of struggles. Jones has. Murray has. Goff has. And same with Dak. All these young quarterbacks, this is a time where they struggle. But to where he took them this year should be enough. So that's why I don't think they're going to pull out this game. There is no Fitzpatrick. I don't know who that third string is, and just in case they put him in. But I mean, I don't think so, and that's just due to his. I'm not saying his talent's not there. I'm not saying his football IQ's not there. It's just he's young and he's never experienced something at this level. So, I mean, I could be wrong, but we've seen this more times than not. So,
I agree with that. Great answer. To answer your question, Jalen asked, if the Dolphins win, are they in the playoffs? What the fuck? Hold up. So Jalen asked, if the Dolphins win, are they in playoffs? Yes, they're in a win and in scenario. So if they win, they're in. If they lose, they're not. But they play Buffalo. It's a good game. Nuclear Waffle came in here and said the dumbest shit, and he said Dolphins won the division over Buffalo.
No.
Is what you're trying to tell me? No, they did not. And Jalen went question. Yeah, that didn't happen. My dad, who's a Dolphins fan, said he saved them one time, and that was last week. Tua is the man in Miami. So, hey, all you want, fins up, baby. No one's hating.
So,
no one's hating. We all like Tua here.
Yeah.
Hold on one more time. Jalen said Nuclear Waffle, shut the fuck up. No, they did not. I told you. DeLon laughing faces.
I got the records.
Go ahead.
Buffalo Bills 12-3, Dolphins 10-5. And just to reiterate to E-Dub, I said I hope I'm wrong. I'm a Tua fan. I hope he comes out and proves me wrong.
So that's a great take on it too. So Dolphins are in a win and in scenario this weekend against the Buffalo Bills with Ryan Fitzpatrick out with COVID-19. So do I think Tua is built for this situation, and do I think he can do it without Ryan Fitzpatrick in the backup spot? So I'm going to answer backwards. So do I think he can do it without Ryan Fitzpatrick in the backup spot? Yes, I do think he can do it without Ryan Fitzpatrick in the backup spot. He's had great backups his whole career, whether it comes to Jalen Hurts or Mac Jones, who is going to the national championship this year, or whether it's Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's an old vet. They can all do the thing when they come in. They all take over the game. So it's not like he's ever had to come out and watch a backup not do good. He's always just had great backups. So I do think he's had great backups in the past, but I do think he can also do it without them. I don't necessarily think he needs a great backup or someone who's very experienced to do it. So yes, I think he can do it without a backup, especially Ryan Fitzpatrick or Ryan Fitzmagic in the backup spot. And then to answer the first question, do I think he's built for these situations? He's not, bro. And the reason that being is because this is his first year in the NFL. He hasn't really been tested too much. Being 10-5, it's a great team. It's a great record. But my thing is he's always been an ahead leader at Alabama. He's never had to play from behind or in a win and in scenario. He's never had to do it. You know what I mean? So he's always either been a national champion or 2 losses and you're already out of playoffs. There's never been a win and in type of situation for him where he's had to play from behind and play a team that's better than his. So I don't think he's built for these situations, but I do think he can do it without Ryan Fitzmagic in the backup spot. I'm just going to go ahead and go on that take any given Sunday, and we'll go ahead and see what happens tomorrow. It's really one of those takes. You know what I mean? You can't really – this is one you got to throw up in the air and see what the fuck happens.
exactly.
Best day in the whole season.
Oh, yeah, bro. I'm so excited, bro.
I'm going to have Red Zone. I'm going to have some highlighted games over on some other devices. I'm going to have it pop.
Yes, sir, man. Let me go ahead and read this. My dad, who's a Dolphins fan, he said they can still get in with help if they lose. I believe it, but do you want to be in that situation? Dallas is in that situation, and I don't like it. And that's if we win.
Y'all think they're going to play Josh Allen, though?
I don't know. I was just thinking that they could potentially be sitting their players.
They clinched.
Diggs, Allen, probably Singletary and Moss. You know what I mean? Like, they don't need to play those players. So, I don't know. It could be a great game. They could pull out a win in this if they sit their backup.
I didn't even think about that on that one.
Me neither.
They clinched.
The Bills never even popped in my head that they clinched at that point. I thought it was close enough to where I thought it was one game, not two. So, that could go either way now. So, who knows, though? I think defensively they still play people, but if they don't, they don't. So, shit.
I feel that. We're going to go ahead and play a little ass game called Bringing in 2021 the Right Way, baby. And that's just what we're going to do with it. Oh, my God. What the fuck happened to this? No, for a second, I thought my tablet screen was busted. Sorry, boys. Give me a sec. What the fuck happened? No, it's good. It was the glare. I was like, what the fuck happened to my tablet screen while I was sitting here? The fuck happened? about to be pissed as shit. But we're gonna play a little game called Bringing in 2021 the Right Way, boys.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, 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 yo,
Got it. All right, so bringing in 2021 the right way. It's really just a little quick question game. I'm gonna ask you boys to bring in 2021 the right way, meaning give me 3 things in any sport, whether it's NCAA, NFL, NBA, WNBA, golf. I don't give a damn, that you wish to happen this year or that you think will happen this year. 3 things. 3 things. So actually, I'm going to take this one first just to give you guys an example. I'm going to give you guys 1 thing that I wish would happen and 2 things that I think will happen. So the 1 thing that I wish would happen is James Harden to the Celtics. I would fucking love it. My thing with it is I would love it. And the way I'm looking at it is I want him to play with Tatum. But that's the only way we would have a chance at getting him is if we gave up Tatum. And everyone in fucking NBA history knows that. You know what I mean? Unless we had like 7 first-round picks or something that we could give up for him, which is not a thing. It's not happening. But that's 1 thing I wish would happen. I wish James Harden's fat ass would get up to fucking Boston. Straight up. And then 2 things that I think will happen this year. 1 thing in this offseason, I think Julio Jones is going to the Miami Dolphins. 1 reason being that they need a big receiver. They have a good quarterback that can get him the ball. They're playoff contenders for sure. So it's not a destination that he's against. And it's a destination like Miami. So other than football, you have other things outside of the fucking place that you can go ahead and do and have fun in Miami with. So I go ahead and see Julio Jones to Miami Dolphins this offseason. And then the 3rd thing that I think happens, man, and this is truly unbiased because I do not want this. I think Zeke gets traded and we give Dak a fat contract, probably more than he even wanted in the first place. I think it's probably the guilt trip with Jerry Jones. He's seen Dak break his ankle, and then with Zeke alone, he realizes that Zeke couldn't do it. So I don't know. You kind of put all your chips in on the wrong dog, and now you're going to take your chips out and put them in on the right dog. But what are you going to do with the other one that you just took your chips out on besides trade them? So I truly think that Zeke's probably going to get traded. But we'll go ahead and see, man. I hope not, but I think it probably will happen when Dak comes back healthy. My dad said, hell no. EW8485. Hell yes, man. I think Julio's going to Miami and Zeke's gone, man. I don't know where, but I think he's gone. So, Jello, we'll come to you on this one. Bringing in 2021 the right way. Give me 3 things in any sport that you wish to happen or that you think will happen.
All right, so all mine are going to be things that I think are going to happen, and I'm going to start with the whole Zeke. I'm saying Zeke goes to the Jets for their 1st-round pick, and the Cowboys are going to take a big offensive lineman with that pick. I've said this before. I think that's something they're going to do. I mean, it's in the realm of possibility. The Jets got Gore and Tyler Johnson. They want a big running back. That would be Zeke. Cowboys could get that 1st-round pick, no problem, since they think Lawrence is going to go first, and they have a quarterback that they might want to build around still. It's more bold, but I think it's a high possibility. I've said Zeke to the Jets multiple times before. I mean, Adam Schefter's had some good little takes overall on stuff like that. So, I mean, I think that's a big one that could happen. And, I mean, to continue on with trading, my second one is the Nuggets are going to move on from Will Barton this year. There's no doubt in my mind. He came off the 6th man, talked a lot of shit. We put him in as a starter last night, and he couldn't do anything. He had 2 points, and I think it was like 30-something minutes at that point.
In 36.
So I think
2 points in 36 minutes?
Yep.
What was he out there just running laps?
Yeah, and so this is my thing is I think Nuggets are going to move off that $18 million a year contract. I think Harris is a possibility as well. Move them and a couple picks for another big name player makes us a bigger contender. So I think Barton and most likely Harris are out the door this year. So
hey, Jello, before you get to your 3rd, hold on. Let me ask a question in chat real quick. So my dad said, hell no. Jalen said Julio's not going to Miami. He's coming to the Big Easy. Of course, Jalen said that shit. And DeLon said hell no. So I need to know what the fuck you guys are saying hell no about. Are you guys saying hell no about Julio to Miami? Or are you guys saying no to Zeke getting traded? Or are you guys saying no about Zeke to the Jets? Like, I'm confused. You guys need to clarify on that because we don't know what you guys are hell knowing. But continue on that, Jello. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, so I think Nuggets are going to move those guys in some picks and get a player that just pushes us forward at that point. And I think that'd be the smart move. And my 3rd one, I think this is I don't see any doubt in my mind that's going to happen, and that's Tiger breaking the record for most amount of majors for one person. So There's no doubt. I mean, his son came out at 11, breaking records. He's got the HBO documentary coming out on January 10th. So, I mean, I think that's the biggest one. No way Tiger goes out a loser. He's going to go out a winner, just like he should at that point. So, I think he's going to win more than one. I think he could go 3 this year for majors. People doubt him at this point, but I mean, look what he did with the Masters last year. People doubt him, and he just comes out on top. He does what Tiger does. So, I think that's the big one. Tiger sets that record and gets everything he deserves at that point. So,
okay, I like it. So DeLon's saying no to what Jalen said, which he said Julio to the Big Easy. I agree with that. He's not going there. They don't need him.
No way.
They don't fucking need him. I'm saying they don't need him. Jalen wants everyone. He wants Dwayne Haskins, Julio Jones, Mike Evans, goddamn Zeke. Like, damn, nigga, how much money do you guys are literally in playoffs the last 4 years. How many more people do you guys need?
Yep.
Truly. My dad said no to Miami, no to Julio to Miami. How not? Why not?
He's injured. He's injury prone. I think that's a big one.
This year, I think this year he's been fine before this year, I feel.
We have to look at that division. That's a tough division when you look at matchups for wide receivers. And so if he's going to get hit like he was in Atlanta, he's going to get hit a lot more playing a team like the Bills, for example. So
I feel it. But Tony, we'll swing this one over to you, man. Bringing in 2021 the right way, man. So just give me 3 things in any sport you wish to happen or that you think will happen. Shoot it.
Elway needs to be fired.
Is that gonna happen, or you wish that to happen?
I wish.
You don't think it'll happen?
No, I think he's gotten in with is it Baldwin's or
Bolins?
Bolins.
Yep.
I think he's got to end with him. He's pretty solidified in the Denver. My next one, I would have to say, Nuggets make it to the playoffs. That's going to happen. Nuggets are going to make a playoff run this year. I can't say I'm very confident, but it's going to happen. They're going to make a playoff run. And then my last one is Julio gets traded to the Ravens.
So my thing, quick 2 questions. So what was your second one? I'm sorry I missed it. I had to go get a drink.
Nuggets make it to the playoffs.
You wish that to happen?
That's going to happen.
I know. Why the fuck did you say that? That's easy.
Because they started the season 1-4, and I got people talking shit.
Man, tell them people to suck a dick, Tony. That's not happening. Tell them boys that the Nuggets are fucking They have the best center in the game, one of the best duos in the game. I'm not going to say Jamal Murray's one of the best points in the game or shooting guards in the game. I don't think so. But I'm saying duos, them together, Murray and Jokic, ridiculous. And I'm not a Nuggets fan or a basketball enthusiast. I'm not like you guys. You know what I mean? And Justin was just texting me the other day. Shout out to Justin. He was just texting me the other day, and he said, bro, I'm trying to get more into basketball. Give me some teams that I should start watching so I can start seeing who I want to start, like, riding with. And he said, I'm liking the Rockets. And I said, bro, the Rockets are about to trade James Harden. That's not a team you want to look at. If you're going to look at anybody who you, like, want to watch, look at the Nuggets, the Lakers, the Nets, the Celtics, teams with players that have potential. You know what I'm saying? Why did I say the Nuggets? Jokic and Murray, bro. And that has nothing to do with all the other outstanding pieces that they have on their team. So, Tony, tell them people to shut the fuck up.
Yes, sir.
Straight up, bro. That's crazy. And what you said, Julio to the Ravens, we did see some things about Julio to the Ravens, to Miami, to the Raiders. We've seen a bunch of teams that he could end up on the Colts.
I think the Ravens
I could see the Colts too. I could see the Colts, Ravens, or Dolphins. I could see literally all 3 of those teams. My dad said we're gonna draft a wide receiver. If it ain't Devontae, if it ain't Smith out of Alabama, it don't matter.
I think that's who it's going to be, though. I mean, they got what?
They have a top 3 pick.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy. Miami has Houston's top 3 pick.
Dangerous.
Imagine being a Houston fan right now.
All right, so and this is my take. So this ties into that whole thing. So when you look at it, so if Jacksonville takes Lawrence, are you a Nuggets fan, DeLon?
I don't know what DeLon is.
Nuggets
got the Justin Simmons picture, so I can only guess.
The only way the Nuggets are out in the first round is if we finish 8th.
or if you guys get hurt.
Which I highly doubt. Our team isn't big on that. Like, you have guys from time to time. I think the only thing that might get a lot of teams is this the COVID protocol. It's why Michael Porter's out right now, because of COVID protocol. Same reason John Wall and Cousins weren't playing right off the bat. So,
Dad, I forgot that. I forgot you guys had a top 3 pick in Houston. So my bad. You guys could draft Smith. If so, forget Julio. DeLon said Trailblazers, baby. Y'all got one good player.
Actually, no, they got a few actually overall.
Better stop.
You got Lillard, you got McCollum, and you do have Gary Trent Jr. I'm a fan of Gary Trent Jr. There's no lie there.
I was saying their one good player is McCollum. Don't fucking play with me about the Trailblazers. I like Damian Lillard, but he shouldn't be there.
Honestly, he should be on the Nuggets. I wouldn't be mad about that one.
He should be anywhere but Portland.
I'm
an Oregon fan.
Talking from a Portland fan. Okay? I don't want to get talking from a Portland fan. Y'all were in the bubble for as long as I went to fucking college. Very shortly.
Appreciate you. Dead ass, bro. But those are great takes, Tony. I honestly like all 3 of those takes. It is what it is. Tony, did you get my email?
Yeah, I have it pulled up. Good.
We're about to get right on into it. We're going to play a little bit of a game that we created called Either Or, and this is a game that I do want the chat to get involved in just because it's literally a 2-question game. Like, you either take this option or you take this option. I want the chat to get involved and let us know what they think as well. Either Or is a game where myself, Tony, and Jello are put in weird situations as a player or a coach with 2 options, and we have to choose either or. So we'll go ahead and start with you on this one, Jello. Let me go ahead and see if I can get this real quick. Real quick. Holy shit. So like that, and then like that. Here we go, Jello. You're on the big screen alone, man. Jello, he will never come to Denver. I just wanted you to see that while you're on the big screen.
Yeah, I know he won't, but I mean, I can dream at that point. I mean,
Facts.
I can wish.
Facts. Just like you can dream the Trailblazers are a real team. Jello, question number 1, man. You yourself are Trevor Lawrence. You just lost the Sugar Bowl today, and you were projected to go to either the New York Jets at 2 or the Jacksonville Jaguars at 1. So the question is do you come out and go to the NFL draft, or do you go back to Clemson for a free year, compete for another national championship and a Heisman, and see what a team gets in number 1 next year? What do you do?
I mean, so I think the smart thing for me is to move on to the NFL. This is the thing. I could play one more year. I could go back. I could have that chance at the Heisman and those championships. But what if I get hurt? How's that going to play for me down the line? And no matter what, if I go in the top 3 picks at that point, they're all going to be the 3 worst teams out there. So I might as well go now, take my chances. Hopefully I get picked up, by a team like Jacksonville, for example. We'll just throw out examples there. And I'm just going to play. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to play. I don't want to risk my health or my body at that point when I could go to the NFL and show them what I'm made of at that point. And people are going to call me a loser. People are going to say I lost the Sugar Bowl, but I'm going into the draft. Why would I keep pushing this down the line? So I'm a good quarterback. I play with heart. I'm good at what I do, and just wait till what I do in the NFL. So easy as that.
I agree with that one. That was a great answer. Question number 2. Now you're Carson Wentz, right? Do you come back to compete for your starting spot against Jalen Hurts, who has been pretty outstanding the last couple of weeks he's been playing? We can't lie. Or do you keep your trade request and leave and maybe go to a team that's good or bad? Or do you maybe go to a team where you're not even the starter on that team?
So, I mean, I've done what I've done for Philadelphia at this point. They got Jalen Hurts. They got somebody they wanted above me. So it's time for me to go. I'm going to push for that trade. Plenty of teams out there who will pay me and start me and let me do what I need to do. Get me behind a better offensive line where I'm not getting hit 40, 50, 60 times a year at that point plus, and watch me shine. Watch me do good. Watch me take them to the playoffs. And there's nothing more than that. So get me out of Philadelphia. Get me somewhere better. Maybe some nicer climates while we're at it. So get me out of Philadelphia.
I like it. I hear you. Tony, coming to you on this one, brother. So, the question we've all been waiting for. You're Cam Newton. You don't know what's next for you. Do you come back to New England for another or do you come back to New England to compete for your starting spot? Or do you go to another NFL team as a backup? Or do you hang up the cleats for good?
He needs to go do something else. Football's not his thing. He needs to he needs to hang up the cleats. I'm sorry.
This is you. You're Cam Newton.
No, it's not. No. Anybody else in the league, man, but no.
That cracks me up, bro. He said, "It's Fades. Welcome, motherfucker. Welcome, Hassan, bro." Jalen said, "I would get traded." So, question number 2, Tony. You're a head coach at UCLA on a 3-year, $15 million team or $1 million deal, right? So you're getting paid. Your team is the worst in the Pac-12, though. You get an offer to go coach at Alabama, Ohio State, and the Kansas City Chiefs, but just as a special teams coach and for $3 million less a year. Do you stay with the money and go back to UCLA on your trash-ass team? Or do you take a special teams coaching job for $3 million less to compete for a championship at whatever level you're at?
I'm going for championships. I'm not sticking around on a losing team.
I agree.
I'll take a $3 million cut. $12 million's perfectly fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. And honestly, I don't know. Special teams.
What do you say? Your shit's like muted for some reason.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I got a phone call.
No, you're good.
A special teams coach would be so fun. That'd be so fun.
Honestly.
You could do some trickery. You can do one of those kick returns where the guy catches it and comes back and throws a backwards pass over to the opposite side of the goal line, takes to the house. That'd be so fun.
My thing is like imagine like making the Pro Bowl as a special teams coach. Like that shit would be dope.
That'd be so cool.
I'm saying that shit would be dope. I agree with you 100% on that. I would easily go take the money pay cut and go for a championship. Because if you think about it, say you go coach special teams for the Kansas City Chiefs, you win 2 Super Bowls in 2 years. Everyone else is looking at you like, damn, he's obviously a good-ass special teams coach. Let's hire him as our offensive coordinator. Or let's hire him as our defensive coordinator. From there, you're getting more money. You do good there, let's hire him as a head coach. You know what I mean? Like, you just upgrade. You don't want to stay somewhere where you're just losing. You're not getting seen that way. So I agree on that.
Yep.
But now it's my turn. So, Tony, you got my questions, man?
Yes, sir. Can you still hear me loud and clear in your headset?
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
All righty. So you yourself, Eric Holmes Jr., you are Phillip Rivers, okay? You had a great career in San Diego of 10-plus years, left after getting no love from the team, and have a great year as a starter for the Colts. Do you come back to the Colts next year, or do you ask to go to a championship caliber team, or maybe even hang them up?
So that's a great question, Johnny. Me personally, I'm not hanging up my cleats. There's no way. I did way too good the past 10-plus years, and I did way too good this past year to go ahead and hang them up. I still have shown that I got juice and that I got the potential to be a winner. But I just don't think my time in here in Indianapolis is going to last. So I'm personally asking for a trade to a playoff contender, whether it's even to compete for the starting spot in Miami. And I know a lot of fans in the chat don't want to hear that. But if I can get traded to Miami and beat Tua out in his spot with the number 1 pick, a good offensive line, a good defense, why not do it? You know what I mean? And that's not to say the Colts aren't a contender, but we might miss the playoffs this year. So I'm trying to go somewhere where it's for certain, low key.
Bold. I like it.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the next one. You are the new head coach of the trash New York Jets. With all that has happened this year, your job is tight from the start. With the number 2 pick, do you change the franchise around and take Justin Fields? Or do you protect what you have and get Penei Sewell the best O-line or the best offensive lineman in the last 8 to 10 years and keep Sam Darnold?
So if you were to ask me this, before I answer this real quick, my dad said you're nuts with a bunch of peanuts. Oh shit. If you would have asked me this question yesterday, I would have easily said, let's go ahead and keep Sam Darnold and go ahead and get an offensive lineman and go ahead and add on to the offensive line to protect Sam Darnold. But after seeing the way Justin Fields played against a competitor like Trevor Lawrence and the Clemson Tigers, I'm definitely taking Justin Fields. I'm not going to let anyone else get that bad of a weapon, especially someone potentially in my division. I would rather use him on our team against people than have them use him against us in our case. So even if it means some people aren't happy, some people got to go, whether it's Sam Darnold or anybody, I'm taking Justin Fields, and he's going to compete for that starting spot.
I like it.
Straight up, bruh. And that, my friend, was either or. And that's how it's done, boys. But here, we're going to go ahead and get into the end of this goddamn at the end of this podcast, man. But I do want to go ahead and say some stuff. Here at the Rick T Podcast, we choose Alexander's Angels. And we've been promoting this for the past 4 or 5 episodes. We're going to keep promoting it. We're not going to stop with it. But like I said, here at the Rick T Podcast, we choose Alexander's Angels, man. Alexander's Angels is an organization that helps raise awareness and acceptance to people with Down syndrome. We here at the Rick T Podcast are 100% with and fully support Alexander's Angels. Man, we all got our specific reasons why we support the things, but it really doesn't matter at all. It just matters on getting involved, supporting the things that are right, whether it comes down to people with Down syndrome or just doing the right things in the world. And supporting Alexander's Angels is definitely one of the right things to do. So go ahead and support Alexander's Angels. We've been going ahead and saying this for the last couple of weeks. We've been waiting for the holiday season to get over. Jello actually has some contacts with her. We're waiting for her to hit us back. And we're actually going to try to get her as a guest on this show and see what we can do to get involved. So appreciate you guys. Got anything else to say about Alexander's Angels?
Just spread the word for us, please. We want to make sure that they get all the help that they can get.
Straight up, man. Alexander's Angels is dope.
Yeah, so
what do you say, Jello?
We're gonna hear back. I said we're gonna hear back from her soon. But a big thing I want people to know is to go to their website and just see the different organizations where the money goes to. This organization has raised over $650,000 for Down syndrome research and many different other things. There's 17 plus charities that they provide to in different organizations for research and everything else like that. So please just donate. We want it to go to them. We want to see this great work. I can't wait to have Esther on the show with us. That's the woman who started this foundation for her grandson, Alexander. So I can't wait to get her on. I've worked with them once again in the past. So just please donate. If anything, just support, get the word out there. Just show how good of an organization this is and how they actually help people on a daily basis. So please just share it. Do your little things. Share it on social media. Get those retweets going. Just anything and everything you can. We're not asking everybody for money. Just do what you can, please, and thank you. Get 2021 off started to a great year. So be true.
Right. Straight up, man. And that's the right thing to do, bro. Next thing we're going to talk about real quick. Talk Your Talk. You guys have knows what it is. Talk Your Talk is a spinoff to the Rick T Podcast where myself, Eric, has a little 30-minute phone conversation with a random guest to talk about their team, interest, or life. We're going to dig a little deeper on a personal level during Talk Your Talk with fans, friends, and family than we would normally during the Rick T Podcast. So start tuning in Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time on our Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook platforms to watch, comment, and enjoy our new spinoff podcast, Talk Your Talk. Episode 3 is live tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Mountain Time, and the guest is my father. He's been in the chat talking shit all damn day, but we're finally going to get him on. It's a tough day for him tomorrow, too. Miami's in a winning in. We've been talking about it, so we're going to get a little bit into that and get a little bit into the holiday season and stuff like that and see how everyone's doing, man. But we'll go ahead and do what we can do, man. Oh, god damn. One more thing I do want to go ahead and talk about, because I haven't talked about it previously on our previous podcast, but I do want to go ahead and throw it out there. Hold on. Completely off topic, but I'm going to whoop y'all ass in this Madden season. Tony, I forgot to tell you, everyone wants to start a big Madden season with us. Me, you, DeLon, Jalen, Aiden, everyone. They want to get a big Madden season, and they will not destroy us. I don't know what they're talking about, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
I got it right now.
Oh shit! Damn, he was getting set up. But one more thing I do want to go ahead and talk about. I want to promote a few things. I do want to give a shout out to YouTube. YouTube is where I get all my little videos when I share the little highlight clips. It's where I get some of my information, some of my dope highlight things and stuff like that I play in the background. So I do want to shout them out. It's nothing copyrighted or anything like that. I'm getting my videos straight from you guys and just putting them straight on the stream. I'm not taking them from ESPN or anything like that. It's strictly off of YouTube. I'll start giving you guys your credit every time I do it, but I do want to throw that out there that it's nothing copyright. Shout out YouTube supporting the Rick T podcast, especially this deep into episode 21. So I appreciate you guys, YouTube. I want to promote the guys from the 4 Quarter Show, man. The 4 Quarter Show is a sports podcast with a couple guys just like ourselves who talk, debate, and keep you updated on all the interesting NFL and NBA news week to week. Follow them on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at the 4 Quarter Show, and show my guys down in Miami some love. You will not regret it, man. Straight up. Like I said, we're trying to get in contact with them. We're going to be talking to them soon about getting a collab with the Rick T podcast and the 4 Quarter Show on Super Bowl weekend, maybe the night before the Super Bowl. Get all 5 of us in here and see what, kind of the different views we have from us 3 here in Colorado and then them down there in Miami. So we're going to see what we can do, get our shows both promoted a little bit, and show some love down there to my boys in Miami. So shout out to my boys at the 4 Quarter Show. Definitely give them a follow. Check our Instagram. We shouted them out and tagged them and stuff like that. Just go ahead and onto their page and see what they do. You definitely won't regret it. I said this before on the YouTube thing, but I do want to remind the chat, none of this shit's copyrighted. We don't copy people's comments or copy the questions or anything. All this shit is off the dome. None of it's copyrighted. It's all strictly Rick T podcast shit. We're not taking it from any shows or anything like that, like I just said. So I do want to let everyone know, YouTube, Twitch, everyone know, this shit is not copyrighted. This is strictly Rick T podcast stuff. One more thing I do want to show you guys is the new Rick T podcast t-shirts that were just created today. We got 2 different kinds and we're going to be creating more. So let me grab them real quick and I'll show you guys some shit. All right, let me go on the big screen real quick. So these are the new Rick T podcast t-shirts, man. Get yours now. Nice football helmet with the Rick and the T in the middle, our @ name. And it doesn't just come with this. This is just a little swaggerific. This one has Black Lives Matter on the back. Get your size, get your colors. Let me know what you guys want. And then we have this first one. This is the King Henry version, the Rick T King Henry version. You already know we got the Rick T in the middle with the @Rick T podcast with the crown on the bitch. You already know how we do. And then on the sleeve right here, this is actually getting sent to my boy Justin for winning the free t-shirt. He will be rocking this in Grand Junction. Added a little swagger for him personally here for the beer, because I know my boy Justin enjoys his beer, man. So he gets the King Henry version. Let me know what you guys think of these. These are dope as shit. I can get more out to other people, but let me know what you guys want on them, and we'll go ahead and get it all dope. Shake my head. I'm not even finna say nothing. Jalen, just come over one day, man. We'll get it all popping, bro. I know I owe you a shirt too. Salty ass. This boy's salty as hell, man. But that's really all we have here on episode 21 for the Rick T podcast. Like I said, I'm still so impressed that we've been doing this shit 21 weeks strong. I love doing it. I know you guys love doing it. It's always a pleasure having you fellas on here. But I think we need to get a guest on here soon. I think we need to pick some guest minds. You know what I mean? And I think it needs to be someone that we all know but don't really talk to. Maybe like a guy named Matt.
Ooh.
Guy named Matt.
Flip the switch.
I'm going to hit him up tomorrow, and I'm getting him on this podcast in the next 3 weeks.
All right.
the next 3 weeks he'll be on here.
It's
So
been a
be expecting
minute.
a guest. My boy Matt. Yeah, it's been a minute for all of us, but we all know he knows his damn sports. So I'm interested to pick his mind and see what he wants to talk about. But thank you guys for tuning in to the Rick T Podcast, episode 21. It was popping. We kept it nice and quick, kept it real basic, but we had some debates in the chat, had some debates in the show. We got real geeky with it. But like I said, tune in and talk your talk tomorrow morning, 9:30. We will be here picking my dad's mind, seeing what he thinks about the whole situation. He will be on camera. I'm going to make him get his black ass on camera, and we'll see what happens, man. Like I said, appreciate everyone for tuning into the Rick T Podcast, episode 21. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, and we'll be talking about a lot of deep shit on Wednesday because that's when we'll know exactly who's in the playoffs, man. Jello, Tony, always a pleasure doing this with you guys. You guys got anything else to say?
No, sir. Thanks,
Keep
everybody.
it real. Thank you.
Keep it real. Happy New Year, everybody. We're popping in 2021 with a great show. I appreciate it, Jay. He also said, great show. Appreciate you, brother. But we're going to go ahead and rock on out of here. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Peace.